What's up, guys? This is Eric with Eric's Tips, and today we are reviewing the Snaptain S5C. Let's get into it. And just remember, guys, this drone that I'm reviewing in this video, there'll be a link in the description down below, and just hit that link, check it out. It's a cheap drone. I think it was just under 70 bucks, maybe a little cheaper at the time of this video. And if you learn anything on this video, just make sure to hit that thumbs up. That'd be great. And then, of course, like and subscribe if you like what this content's doing. We're gonna have some more drone videos coming up here in the near future. The first thing I'd like to point out, when I first pulled this out of the package, I was looking at it and I said, I don't like this at all. This is how you have to get the battery in and out. And it does come with another battery, but really annoying to get in and out. It just takes a long time. It actually is under the camera. You have to snap that down. And see, now I can't even do it. So there you go. And it takes 2 hours to charge. You get about 12 minutes of fly time per battery. And but let me say this: for this thing is really fun to fly. Really fun to fly. It's like very responsive. You've got yourself a little remote, and I mean, it looks like an Xbox controller kind of. This thing flips up for the phone. It's got the camera. You can see the shots here. I took these on a very nice morning. Lighting was perfect, and I tried to fly as smooth as I possibly could. I messed around with it for a long time, just trying to get that perfect flight, and it was just not happening. In fact, I went a little too high, and it just kind of got carried away, and I had to spend a long time looking for it. So this is not going to be one of those take it up really high and get some awesome footage, but it's going to be one of those fly around the house. I mean, if you're good enough, I mean, I flew it around the house when I first opened it, and it was fine. Didn't really crash. Or flat out in the front yard, just barely above the roof lines. I wouldn't say any higher than that, otherwise you could lose signal, and this thing's not meant to go that far. And as far as the app goes, the app interface was good, but it lost connection very fast. So for me, it was virtually useless because you got it across the yard and it's already losing connection, which I've experienced that a lot with these little drones, or cheaper drones. The drone, as you can see, is actually a decent size, but it's actually lighter than my smartphone. So that puts it into perspective. It's lighter than my smartphone. So if you were taking it out on a windy day, probably not. I took it out and it was 20 miles an hour, and it did fine as long as you were pushing into the wind. But as soon as you wanted to fly against it, just got carried away. So I would not take this out on a windy day, but you can fly it inside. Alright, now for my final thoughts on this drone. My final thoughts are, it's extremely fun to fly. I could fly this thing all day if it had the battery. You probably won't be seeing me shooting much video with it. It's just not going to be a good video shooting drone. But as far as a good learner, nice. I love it. I love it. Everything's so responsive. As you saw in those videos, just perfectly responsive when I hit the remote. So yes, I love that. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.